Howdy everybody, Cub here. Welcome back to Hermitcraft, and today guys, we are going to be working a little bit more on the Redlands area. Just got a couple ender pearls here, and so we're just going to head on out over this direction. And what we're going to do is we are actually going to switch up a couple of things about these statues that many of you guys didn't really care for last time. So I've already went ahead and got rid of the gold and blue around our Redlands Ruler in exchange for some brown wool. Reason is that this is not ancient Egypt, as many of you guys correctly pointed out last time. So I went ahead with like the pharaoh look last time, but now I went with the brown wool, which is going to be more indicative of like what Pueblo peoples wore, like the headdress, like they had like usually like, you know, feathers from birds or maybe like a hide from an animal, like a bison or something. They had stuff of that nature in their society instead of the gold and the blue that was present in the pharaohs of ancient Egypt. So yeah, a little bit more accurate. And also, many of you guys wanted me to put some type of head or something on top of this Redlands Ruler. So we're just gonna get on up here and hopefully, let's see if we can get this actually. Thread the needle right there, and yeah, right here. Get it up here, and then come on now. There we go. Got it. We're going to put a head right on the staff of the ruler. There we go. Wither skeleton head. I don't know if it should go there or on the side. Or maybe on the bottom portion. Let's see. Let's back off a little bit. I think that's pretty good actually right there. Where it is. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we'll keep that as well. A lot of people also complained that the ruler was kneeling, and that's actually intentional because as opposed to like ancient Egypt, which again, as many of you guys correctly pointed out, this is not ancient Egypt, Pueblo society was much more equal, meaning that there was less of a difference between the common people and the rulers. In fact, many of the rulers were actually high priests, which is why I made the priest house over here, which we have to actually... well, I don't have my right bow. I don't have my right bow. I might die. No, I'm fine. I'm good. Problem solved. Crisis averted. But yeah, basically, we made the high priest house a little bit different, a little bit more special in this Redlands area for that reason. And so the rulers, they weren't really that much different from the normal people because they didn't have sort of the same power structure where, you know, the ruler was considered a deity that ancient Egypt had. So that's why the ruler is kneeling. So a huge shout out to those of you guys who had some great ideas about these Redlands Ruler statues. And also I am aware that the ender crystal on the priest over there is vulnerable to attack and could possibly explode if hit with an arrow. But I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to take the risk. Worst case scenario, it gets hit and then we just have simply a ruined Redlands statue. So it works out either way. It works out either way. Anyway, I think it's now time to build up sort of like an area around these Redlands statues. And I'm thinking maybe I want to go with some greenery here, I think, like some grass and stuff. Just because, yeah, I think it would make sense that they would maintain this area. And also it's fairly close to the river, so it makes sense it would be somewhat green, at least around this area. So we're going to go ahead and put some grass in here. So I'll just, you know, dig out a little bit of area, you know, probably around here. And replace it with some grass, like so. We'll just place down grass like this. And also, surrounding this grass, I want to have some cracked stone brick, sort of outlining the entire thing. And that would be sort of like the pedestal that the statues would be sort of placed upon. It's not really going to be like an official pedestal type thing, but I don't know. I'll just see what I can put together. I just want it to be sort of separate from the red sand area. So it's a little bit set back. And that would make the statue sort of pop out better overall. So I'm going to see what I can come up with here. We'll put down some grass and put down some cracked stone bricks. Because I think it would make sense that there'd be cracked stone because of the dam. Before the dam was put in, this area would have flooded quite frequently, I would think. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what I can come up with, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so there we go. We got the Redlands Rulers area done. Let's go ahead and go over there and take a look real quick. So we made sort of like this eroded wall a little bit along the river. So you see some blocks that have like fallen off from some of the areas where there's been flooding. So we come on over here, you can see we put some, cobblestone walls in there at some spots. We got some stairs in there, stairs up here, some half slabs, and also the sands over time have sort of refilled the area that was initially cleared by the Pueblo peoples. So that is the sort of the lore behind this area here. And yeah, same thing over here. There's a little bit of like cobblestone and stuff. Maybe we put like, another one like, I don't know, somewhere over here. Let's say like right here. Yeah, there we go. Something like that, just to sort of indicate over time that this has sort of eroded and has been repaired by the Pueblo peoples. Let's put one right here as well. Perfect. Perfect. All right, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I think it looks really good, especially like when you're walking in the Redlands area itself. Like right here, you can definitely tell, this is like built up and it's been sort of eroded a little bit over time. So yeah, that is that area. Now I think it's time to focus on this path up here. So I was talking to Scar the other night. Whoops. And I'm suffocating. Okay, here we go. So I was talking to Scar about this the other night, and yeah, he said he didn't have too many plans for this whole area here. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to sort of build up this path, similar to like what he did over here with these trees. So we'll put a bunch of trees along the path here. From this point over here all the way down here, and then right here what I'm going to make is a arch, like a mini arch that is going to lead down underneath this tree here down to the dam top right here basically, and we'll have the pathway connect up to the dam right here. What up, cat? Dam cat right there. Redlands Canyon Dam lookout. Yep, we'll have a little lookout here, and then I think what we'll do is we'll make maybe a path going on the side here. There's cats everywhere over here. It is Scar's place after all, though. We'll have maybe a path coming out this way, and then going along the side of the canyon all the way over to our mine shaft over there. And in fact, we might have a few mine shafts going into the side of the hill here, depending on how we want this to look. Although now that I realize it, let's see. I'm trying to determine what level I need to be at. I think this level looks like it's on par with where we're at. Let's just check that real quick. We're at level 80. And what level is our mine shaft at? Our mine shaft, whoops, don't want to overshoot it here. Right here is at level 80. Alright, cool. So I've been thinking a little bit more about the path idea around here, and I realize it's going to be quite difficult to make the path properly around the entirety of this section of mesa here, mainly because the tower right there is sort of in the way, and also there's not a whole lot of clay underneath of these blocks right here, like these here. It's mostly due to the Redlands district. If we can just get on over here. Yeah, the Redlands district having like buildings underneath of it that sort of, have quite a bit of height to them. So if we just, fly in here, you can see that there is, yeah, quite a bit of height to this, and it sort of goes up into the mesa itself right here. So that might be a problem if we're going to do the path. But what I thought about, what we could do instead, let me just get on out here. You know how in Minecraft 1.10 the mine shafts now naturally generate in mesa biomes? I'm thinking we could maybe take that and sort of make a couple of mine shafts that sort of follow that same vanilla feel. So we would basically replace this oak wood with dark oak wood, these fences with dark oak fences, and do the same for a couple of different mini mine shafts along where the path would presumably go, which was like right along here. And then we could sort of make up the lore that, the Pueblo peoples used to live here, abandoned this area long ago due to like a drought or a famine or something like that. Then the miners moved in, came and, mined gold out of the mine shafts in this area. And they also settled the area, they built a dam, and turned the whole ancient Pueblo village into a national park or, national monument or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. I think that actually echoes, what happened to a lot of the Pueblo villages in the American Southwest. So that might be the way we go. But I'll try the path. I'm definitely going to do the path on this section here all the way to the dam itself. But, as far as the second half of the path, this section in here, we'll have to see about that one. But anyways, let's hop on to CubCam account, and we're going to do a little bit of a time lapse now. Alright guys, so there we go, we got the trees up, and yeah, it's working pretty good already actually. So once you get out to about this point, you sort of break out of the forest that I made here, and yeah, then you sort of see the mesa and the Redlands area more clearly. Like once you get to the ridge line, it's a lot easier to see out, which I really like. It makes it a lot more realistic, and you got some good, vantage points here of the dam, the Redlands area, and yeah, of course the crystal as well once you get up here. So pretty cool, pretty cool. And you can also sort of see it through the foliage. If I just get up here real quick, you can see it like through the foliage as you're coming through the forest, which I'm really digging. I'm really digging. Yeah, you can it sort of peeks through the foliage there. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Right now what I'm doing is just going through and making sure that we got this whole area lit up, because there's going to be mobs that are going to be spawning, especially like on the sides here. And I want to go ahead and do the ground portion of this. I'll just go ahead and, put down some more torches back here so that mobs don't spawn and we don't get surprised by any creepers or anything. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put down these torches back here. Put these in here, make sure nothing can spawn. Looks like there's already some stuff trying to spawn in there. Yep, he's trying to get me. He's trying to get me. But anyway, next step is to go ahead and terraform the ground. So we want some coarse dirt, like Scar has here. We want some tall grass. We want some oak leaves, I believe. That's what these are. Oak leaf patches, and then of course some andesite and some cobblestone, things like that. And of course podzol as well. So next up we got to do the ground. So let's go ahead and get started on the ground terraforming. Alright, so there we go. We got this whole area done over here, looking pretty good, and you can't really tell that two different people made this section and this section, which is what I was sort of aiming for. So let's go ahead and make our way over here and see what we got. So we'll just stop on by the ender crystal here, and yeah, so we got a bunch of mushrooms, a bunch of podzol down, we got some tall grass in here, we got some stones in here, yeah, we got some ferns, a bunch more stones. Let me just walk along this path so you guys can see what it looks like here. But I think it turned out pretty well. And it comes all the way over to about here. And I haven't done anything here yet because this is where we're going to have to start heading downwards to the dam area. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. I think it gives a sense of like you're in the deep woods when you get to right here, which is what I was going for. You're in the deep woods here. And then once you start to get past here, it starts to thin out a little bit, as you can tell. And so you have some vantage points to view like the house, the Redlands area, and yeah, I wanted those little lookout points, and it also makes sense, being like a ridge line, that you would have, some points to look out on. But I think it turned out really well. I really like the stone aesthetic here and there, and yeah, there's also other little details like the ferns and stuff on the side of the pathway. And I also did a little bit more work over here if we actually go into the deep woods part here. So there's a little bit of terraforming back here. There's a little bit of, mushroom and podzol stuff back here as well. So yeah, I think it blends in super, super well with Scar's area. You can't really even tell there was a divide here earlier where there was something here and then nothing here. But yeah, that's been totally erased now. So I'm pretty psyched about this, guys, honestly. This turned out really well, I feel. And now it's time to sort of transition a little bit, because we need our pathway to go from here down to this section over here. And so we gotta keep a couple things in mind. Number one, we want sort of an archway here, so it's gonna go like underground a little bit here. So that might be a little bit of a challenge to integrate into this whole section here, but we're gonna give it a go. We also have to transition from the spruce wood on top of the dam to the jungle wood of the path up here, which is what I used for the path. So we'll just make our way up here. And yeah, we also have to make sure to keep this open, because this is the daylight sensor that controls the functionality of the dam. So the water streams for the dam move over time, and yeah, we don't want that to be affected in any way. So we have to keep that open. I might want to switch to like orange glass or green green glass, depending on, how we do this part here. But we got to start digging in here. So I'm going to see what height level we are at right here. So we are at 88 right here. And then we have to get all the way down to, what height level down here? Probably 70 some? 77. Okay, so we got to go down 11 blocks. which is going to be a little bit challenging. Yeah, you see the dam there, changing configuration. Does that throughout the day. But yeah, we got to start digging out here and yeah, making the little archway. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we now have the tunnel done. So the path sort of now comes over here and then sort of turns to the right here and goes through this narrow little gap here. Then comes down through this tunnel where we got, you know, tree roots and some foliage and stuff growing in here. And then eventually merges onto the top of the Redlands Canyon Dam. So looking pretty good, looking pretty good. I added, you know, some integration of the jungle wood here. We got some foliage in here, we got some mushrooms, we got some ferns, we got some leaves in the walls, and then these trees here, the bottoms of these logs, these are supposed to be like the roots of the trees above. So that's what we got in here, and might put a few vines in here a little bit later on, just a few of them, like 2 or 3 of them, just so it's a little bit more green, because right now the dirt on the walls is a little bit too brown. But other than that, I really like it. I really like how it sort of moves over here. And yeah, I like the arch and stuff, so I think it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I also tried to do some stuff with depth on the side, so you see there's like, you know, little like nooks and crannies everywhere. So, you know, there's a little bit of a water source back there. There's, yeah, playing with depth here. I just went in a little bit here. Tree roots coming down, blocking part of the pathway. So, yeah, I think it turned out really well. And then, of course, this cobblestone wall here is over our daylight sensor, so the dam still functions properly, because the cobblestone wall doesn't block the the dam operation. Looks like we got some friends here. Just take these guys out. But now it's time to go ahead and do the next portion of the path. So yeah, this thing is going to come around here, around this tower here, which I have to actually fix, by the way. Gotta move this back, but we'll do that. It's gonna come around this way, and then I think it's gonna come up here, and then go along at about this level here, all the way around. And I want to make, I think, a 2-wide path, so a very small path. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the mine shaft idea. So we'll have like maybe, you know, 2 or 3 mine shafts in here, with some, you know, gold and other stuff like that inside of them. Similar to the 1.10 naturally generated mine shafts. So that should be pretty cool. So that's the next step. Let me go ahead and grab some wood here. I need to get some dark oak wood, I think, as well as some spruce. So I'll grab that, build the pathway, and then I'll be right back. So here's what the path is generally going to look like. It's going to be sort of about a 2-wide path, sometimes 3-wide. And it's going to have the following structure. So we're going to have some dark oak wood logs, making up the sort of supporting pillars. And we'll have these spruce wood planks. These will be at the level like this, so that it's these oak wood logs. They only come up 1 block. And so we'll just, you know, go through and like connect this up like this a little bit. There we go. And then also put fences connecting up each and every oak log, dark oak log, to one another. Then we're going to have some grass blocks, but actually they'll be path blocks, so I might as well just start to change these into the path block like this. And so this is sort of similar to what we have down here, except we have grass under the fences, and here we have, you know, actual like spruce, because it's supposed to be like, you know, supported by these dark oak log pillars. So it's a little bit different, but still quite similar. And so, yeah, we might as well just go ahead and make most of this just pathway here. And then this will just continue all the way around. So that's basically the whole pattern there. Just going to go ahead and put down some dirt here so we can allow this grass to spread. There we go. And yeah, that's going to be the whole pattern there. So let me go ahead and finish this thing up. Alright guys, so we got the path done here, as you can see. And let's just take a little stroll down it, see what we got. So yeah, obviously we got a torch on every one of these blocks here. I haven't quite yet turned this into like the stone, just because, yeah, all my stuff's still in here. But yeah, eventually this will be like a regular mine shaft here, similar to this one down here. So yeah, I just went ahead and, you know, filled this all in with stone, put the cobwebs in here, put the granite in there. Tried to make it as realistic as possible with the ore generation. I got some iron in here. I'd like to get some gold, but I don't have any gold gold ore yet, but I'll get some soon and put those in there. Continuing down here, we got some more, too high plants, some dirt, some cobwebs around here. We got another mine shaft here, some iron in it right here. Some torches to light it up, of course. Down here, we have another mine shaft, and this actually hooks up with Scar's base. So I put, this little staircase leading out of Scar's area, and tried to make it look somewhat reasonable. I know Scar is going for a specific aesthetic here, so if he wants to change it up, he is free to do so, but I think it looks pretty good. And then you just walk back through here, come on down here, this opens up, come out here, and that's it, pretty much. So, yeah, there we go. I'm also going to put this right there, and I'll probably just go ahead and grow, a little bit of tall grass right there. Very nice. Very nice. All right, I'm going to grow one more here, actually, just because I think it looks nice with the tall grass here. There we go. Yeah, that's decent. And actually, let's make this half slab. Perfect. All right, very nice, very nice. So, that is the entire path here done. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty cool. It's really fun to run. And yeah, it provides sort of a good run up to the house, I feel. But that is it, guys. We now have the entirety of the mesa surrounded by path. So we can now walk all the way from our house. Right here. You can come down, like out the back right here. Come down this way. Around here. And then just walk the entire path all the way around, across the dam, underground, through the tunnel, all the way over through the the deep forest, through the what I call it, the ridge line right there, and then to the ender crystal itself. So yeah, I am digging it, guys. I am digging it. We put a lot of work into this episode. If you like this episode, please do leave a like. But that is all for me today. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.